Born on December 16, 1938 in Stuttgart, Germany, Frieder Nake would eventually be known as one of the founding fathers of digital computer art. He was one of the first people to create art using tools that had previously been unavailable to artists: a computer and a printer. Nake first began producing work in 1963. However, it wasn't until November of 1965 that he chose to exhibit his works, first shown in Galerie Wendelin Niedlichen, Stuttgart. During the 1970s, Nake made the decision to leave the art world, as he didn't believe he could be both an artist and a political activist at the same time. However, he made a comeback in the 1980s and once again began to publish his art. The type of art that Nake produced was a form of art called algorithmic art. Algorithmic art is when a work of art is created by a machine or programs without human intervention. It is a form of art created through algorithms, hence the name. One of the first machines Nake used to create his algorithmic art was a machine called Zeus Graphomat Z64, which was originally created for making maps. Most people who work with this form of art did so in such a way to allow for the blend of mathematics and art together. This fit with Frieder Nake perfectly, as he was not only an artist, but also a mathematician and a professor of computer science at the University of Bremen in Germany. Nake was influenced by two artists of note, Max Benz's Information Aesthetics and Paul Klee's painting, High Roads and Byroads. Paul Klee's work was featured heavily in his artwork Homage à Paul Klee, and Max Benz's ideas can be clearly seen in some of Nake's quote-unquote no-name art. I have to admit personally that I'm still having a hard time understanding algorithmic art in general. It's interesting art, that I have to agree with, but the aesthetic isn't the type of thing that I enjoy. I've always had a hard time understanding math in art. For example, when I played band back in high school, there were only two of us on the same instrument. Both of us were good for different reasons. He played for the patterns and the numbers that he saw within, and I played for the emotion. Because of my difficulty being able to understand his art, I'm having a hard time discerning what is within his art. To me, there isn't much emotion in the art. It's abstract. It was created by a computer, and it's unique, but that's about all I can glean from the piece. Looking at the influence he had on Menck and Holzer, I'm having a hard time discerning that as well. Holzer is a bit easier to discern. The effect that a computer can have on a picture, especially through the digital editing process, is absolutely amazing. However, Menck's works are hand-painted, and they're not rendered through the use of computer, so I'm having a harder time seeing the influences with it and wasn't able to come up with anything. While I personally can't see those connections between Nake and these artists, I can admit that I am limited in this. Because of this, I just feel that I can't really do the project the justice that it deserves. However, that doesn't make it any less of an informative project for me. I've learned a lot through this, and I'm really trying to understand it. It's just, art is everywhere, and each type of art can be extremely different, so that it's something that everyone can enjoy. Just because I don't enjoy this one piece doesn't mean that there isn't someone out there who does. Thanks for watching.